Hi, good morning, children. I'm sitting here at Maura Hillary's house because she's agreed to video me telling you a story. So you may hear big kids in the background and some other noise because her house is pretty busy. Ezra, my grandson, has volunteered to help me with this story by joining in with some of the parts that you already know. I also brought along Ndlovu the elephant, who's feeling very lonely, and Linky Lion, who also is feeling lonely and would like to say hello to everybody. So if you'd like to say hello to Linky Lion and Ndlovu, you can do it right now. Okay, so I thought as Shabbos is coming, I would tell you the story of Chaim and the matza ball soup, because I know that you really enjoy that. Now there are going to be some parts I need you to join in on. So remember, when we get to the part where Chaim is upset that he's not getting matza ball soup, he says, matza balls, I want matza balls. So I need you all to join in on that and any other part of the story that you like. So one fateful Friday, Chaim came home from shul and he was really looking forward to his matza ball soup. The family sat down, they sung Shalom Aleichem and Eshet Chayil, and the children got their brachot, and they made kiddush, and they washed their hands, and they made hamotzi, and they sat down for dinner. On this fateful Friday night, Chaim's daddy came out of the kitchen with a big tray of soup to serve to everybody. It wasn't chicken soup with matzo balls. It was green. Chaim looked at the green soup, and he looked at his mommy and his daddy and his big brother and his big sister and the baby, and he lost his self-control. He said, I am not eating green soup. Now join me with us, please. Matza balls, I want matza balls. His dad looked at him and went, uh-oh. You can join in on this. His mom went, uh-oh. His big brother went, uh-oh. His big sister went, uh-oh. And do you guys remember what the baby said? Goo goo gaga. He looked at the soup, and he looked at his mommy and his daddy and the rest of his family, who said, you really should try this. It's delicious vegetable soup. He looked at it, and again he lost his self-control. You want to help me out here? Matza balls, I want matza balls. His daddy said, uh-oh. His mommy said, uh-oh. His big brother said, uh-oh. His big sister said, uh-oh. Do you remember what the baby said? Goo goo gaga. And his parents said, you really need to try the soup or you will have to leave the table. He could not control himself. And one more time, you ready? Matza balls, I want matza balls. His mommy and his daddy and his big brother and his big sister and the baby, who only said goo goo gaga, said, that's it, leave the table. That was that. The next week rolled around and again Shabbat happened, and they all sat down at the table for their Shabbos meal, and Chaim was really hoping to get matzo ball soup. This time Mommy came in from the kitchen with a tray of soup. Uh-oh, it was more green vegetable soup. This time, Chaim had learned his lesson and he thought, maybe I should taste the soup. So he did something which is not very polite. He took a little bit of the soup on his spoon and he smelled it. Smelled quite good. Then he did something else that's really not polite. He stuck his tongue in the spoon. Tastes pretty good. He tasted a little. He tasted some more. And before you knew it, he had completed the entire bowl of green vegetable soup. His daddy smiled, and his mommy smiled, and his big brother smiled, and his big sister smiled. And what did the baby say? Gaga. Goo goo gaga. And they said, we have a surprise for you. You learned your lesson and you were in self-control. And mommy went to the kitchen and she came out. And there was a bowl with a big, white, fluffy matzo ball, specially for Chaim, which he really enjoyed. And from that day on, Chaim had two soups that he really loved: chicken soup with matzo balls and green vegetable soup. So I'm going to wish you all Shabbat Shalom. Have a wonderful Shabbat. And Linky Lion and Ndlovu would like to wave to you and say Shabbat Shalom, and you can say Shabbat Shalom to them.